From Code 3, we have the Micro Reflex Mini LED Lightbar. Dual color intensity, brilliance for any application. After all, you get to select the colors and the mounting option. In this case, the part number I have is the C5550CRB. Red-blue dual color, clear lens, permanent mount. But what I am going to get into is actually what is inside that makes this product what it is for you and the application it will serve. So this way you get to see the insides for a comparison amongst Code 3's other great products and other manufacturers alike. So essentially, what makes this thing tick? So we'll start with removing the polycarbonate non-optic outer dome. And we'll get these out of the way. So something that you will notice, let the camera crew focus in, is that there is a clear rubberized washer. So make sure that this stays in place on the screw. That is acting as a seal to help keep grit, grime, condensation out of the inside of the Micro Reflex. And all 4 screws, all 4 washers, so now it is just a matter of loosening up the dome on the mini bar here. So now that that is able to be lifted out, polycarbonate dome. So if this ever needs to be replaced, easy enough to do so. Inside, there is a lightweight aluminum cover, so this is helping to keep the UV overhead rays off the electronics and the wiring inside. So this helps with the longevity. You don't have any degradation of the circuitry or wiring. So inside this bar, unlike some others that are out there, when it comes to the mounting, the bar itself is a flat mount against the surface. So that's where this padding will come into place. It goes against the surface and the bottom of the mini bar. But inside here, to match up with the hardware, it has designated holes. So you'll take your hardware, drop it into place like so, and of course lining this up on the mounting surface and a hole for the harness to run through. So this way the head of the hardware doesn't have any spinning, so just go ahead and cinch that down. There is also a nice little rubber grommet that is included with this. That will go in the bottom of the mini bar here to offer some more protection on the wiring harness. If this position isn't going to suit you when it comes to adding this onto the surface, it's okay. Go ahead, drill another hole to accommodate that position. So inside the bar, and it is a very nice compact size, you will see it's very simplistic. A quick connect going in here to the main flasher board. So this allows the harness to be completely removed very easily. You'll notice that there is not any interior fusing, so the importance of adding one to the exterior in your harness going to be very vital. Don't forget that step. But essentially what we have going on here is 4 separated modules to give that even 360 degree. So the optics are actually on the inside, so the fluting is interior on the lens, not on the exterior. So everything here is nice and smooth. And I'm going to take that off so you can see the diodes inside and the importance of the optics and how those will make the big difference to impact the output of this. But simple enough. The circuit board held into place with Phillips head screws, lifted off the basin of the mini bar, so that helps with a resistance to heat. After all, this does have some that builds up internally when it's on and working. The modules have a quick disconnect, so everything in here can be taken out if the need arises. So it's a combination of a quick disconnect harness. We'll get that out of place, as you can see there. So this has a common ground and 2 leads. So common ground for each color and the independent leads. So all corresponding in through the circuit board and how this works. All those details, of course, specified in the installation guide. So what I'm going to do now is get this module out of the way. 2 Phillips head screws, again, on the inside, here and here. Module is now free to be removed. And you'll see that it is a whole polycarbonate assembly. So again, the front optic lens and the backing here. So we can further separate this to take a look at the diodes inside. All of the 6 small screws removed. Let's go ahead and separate this out. So a nice look at the internal reflector, and you can even see here how it has been dished inward. So the diodes will line up with the channel in the center, and the fluting helps to stretch these little guys out again to that brilliant impact that you saw before. So inside here, they have done a unique array with the diodes. After all, inside here, the oval shape is going to be a bit different. So a tighter wound of the dual color diodes, stretching out into the corners. Spacing here is for the circuitry and connection point on the back. So the fun part that I'm going to do now is taking a look at how this module is going to perform against one next to it with the optic. We'll just go ahead, line this harness back up into place, snap it in. After all, it only goes one way, and spin this around so the orientation is correct. All right, I'm just going to hold that down now versus tying it back in with the screws. And flip of a switch. Interesting. Definitely get a nice look at how the diodes are changing because it is a set of 2 versus a color changing single. As you can see, Code 3 has done a wonderful job with the technology put into this to make the diodes have that powerful impact through the optics and the lens. If you haven't already, to make sure you're staying up to date with us on the newest of products and presentations, like and subscribe. I'm Chris. I'll see you next time.